Today marks 1 year since I started this YouTube channel, and I had 39 subscribers at the time because I had like 3 failed attempts at making a YouTube channel. Basically, I tried doing one about marriage, which is crazy now. Like, so thankful that did not work because, not because my marriage is bad, but because that is so personal and I just do not want to open myself up to that to strangers on the internet. I like wrote a book about marriage and I've taken it down because I'm like, I do not want new people that I meet, or I don't know, it just like would come up in conversations and I'm like, that's really awkward if these people that I'm meeting go buy the book and read it, and I don't know, I'm probably overthinking and that's crazy, but anyway, just thought I would share that. Actually did not think I would share that. Why did I just say that? Am I nervous? Okay. What did I really come here to say? Thank you. Because it is really exciting, because just before the 1 year mark, I did hit 500 subscribers, which may seem like a small amount, but it is like basically the first milestone that YouTube recognizes because it is a part of monetization. So I guess some people might end up getting the 1,500 watch hours first, but I got the 500 subscribers first. So, no, not 1,500 watch hours. 3,000 watch hours in a single year, which is why it's crazy. So that's just about monetization though. So if you're not, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay. That's just behind the scenes of YouTube. Oh, but actually I did want to share a little bit about the behind the scenes stuff because I'm actually kind of nervous saying that I have 500 subscribers because I've had several throughout the year unsubscribe, and when you have this low of a number, you can really see it and it's obvious. And so by the time this video comes out, I could have fewer than 500 subscribers, so that's kind of awkward, but also just wanted to throw that out there and show the reality of it. But that's okay. I also realize people subscribe because they see one type of video, and then I do this too. If that person does another video that's like completely different and something I'm not interested in at all, I'm like, why did I subscribe to them? And I'll unsubscribe. So I do mostly videos about decluttering, but I also do like some of my favorite foods or products from certain places, or some travel things, or like a Cruella costume, like things that I just think are fun and interesting. Usually, I mean, it still ties into simplifying life at home, but some people may not have an Aldi nearby, and so anyway, I get it. But I also would get bored if I were only doing decluttering videos, probably. I just want to share more. That's why I've started putting some creative tips at the end of my videos and some showing my artwork more. Actually, that was another one besides the marriage videos. I tried doing watercolor videos and I realized it was really stressing me out trying to paint with a camera over my shoulder and trying to get the angle right. I think I've actually finally got it down, and of course I can hear my extremely loud refrigerator as we are renters, and I do not like it. It's the ice maker though, so I should be grateful for that. Especially living in the desert, we need our ice. Okay. Also, never noticed in my life how much I smack my lips until I'm editing all of these videos, and it's just like, I'm like, ugh. So I try to delete those mostly, but I know they sneak through sometimes. This is so embarrassing. Why am I saying all this? Okay, what's the other thing? Well, I do have a good story for the end, but there was another topic I tried to do videos about. Oh, writing. Because as I said, I have written a couple of books, and my decluttering one is still up on Amazon, but I did self-publish it. So I've done a couple of different, like I've updated it. And so I still have really bad reviews, which they're actually kind of funny, especially if you go read the 1-star review. But I'm like, man, if I was reading these reviews, I would not buy this book either. But They also didn't read the book after I made the changes, but it's fine. Still, it's not a perfect book, so I'm willing to admit that. But I'm still proud of it because I wrote a freaking book and it has helped a lot of people. So those videos actually were really helpful, but I didn't know how to do YouTube, and I may actually do a series again about that next year, and maybe kind of leading up to NaNoWriMo, because it is still awesome, and the information, I still use it myself. So like if I'm writing or publishing another book, I went back to my own tutorials and was like, okay, how did I do this? And what do I wish I had done differently and all that. But I do want to update them, and I didn't want to, I set them to private because I didn't want to leave them for when people were finding this channel that was supposed to be about decluttering. I didn't want to confuse them when there were only a few videos up. I think I have like around almost 70 videos published so far, but I did leave a few of my better performing videos up to begin with, and just to have some started, and so people could still search and find those videos because they seem to help people. So I didn't do all 70 in just 1 year, although I'm also not sure if that includes shorts videos or not. But I definitely skipped probably 4 weeks of the year, maybe 5. But then other weeks I did multiple videos. So just wanted to give a quick update, 1 year update of my YouTube journey. And I do have a couple of other videos about starting and having a YouTube channel. I don't know what my expectations were for the first year. If I was like, oh yeah, I should be able to get monetized in the first year. Like, I mean, in theory, yes, that does sound like a thing. Like it should be able to get monetized easily in a year. But I also knew from watching other people that it was usually more like 2 years, at least for the type of channel and effort that I am putting into it, where I'm not like hiring out other people or, researching this very specific and searchable content, but I'm just putting more this type of stuff that I watch and want to create. I also just realized that in my previous video about my YouTube journey, I mentioned that my video with the highest views had 1,300 views. And so I thought I would repeat that now, because the video I have with the highest views is 6,000 views. So that was only 7 months ago. So that was at the 5-month mark. I couldn't wait till 6 months because I was excited for some reason. I can't remember. Or I just had a different video planned at the 6-month mark. But anyway, it was about YouTube changing my life. And I was just so surprised at how much it could change my life in just 5 months. So that's why I did it at the 5-month mark, I think. So I hope that seeing a little bit behind the scenes helps you with your own YouTube journal. It is kind of like a journal. Helps you with your own YouTube journey. I forgot. I definitely also thought I was going to be making YouTube videos about makeup, and especially like minimalist makeup, and how small amount of makeup I have and use, but like which ones are my favorites and that I keep around. I still have some old videos like that. And I do have one coming up that's like every makeup product that I own, just because I don't wear makeup all the time, but I do like having it as a skill. I feel like it's a life skill, so that when I do have a big event or something where I want to wear makeup, I don't feel weird about it or uncomfortable, which I used to. And same with my hair. Like I hardly ever fix my hair, but I do have reliable ways so that when I want to fix my hair, or I'm, having photos taken or something, then I can. I know how, I like it, and I don't have to rely on someone else to do it. But yes, I was going to link to my favorite products and
that kind of thing, which I guess I kind of do. I, recently did the Cruella video where I did some makeup, but I wasn't talking about each product in detail or anything. So basically, it's still fun, but it's not the main focus of my channel for sure. Like I kind of thought it might be for a while there. But some of the makeup people that I've watched, it's like they almost always wear makeup, or they have all these perfect features to work with, or they have an overwhelming amount of makeup, and also they are given so many products. So I just wanted to show how many looks you can get from few materials. So that's kind of the Cruella thing. All of that really just to say there can be a lot of trial and error, and don't feel bad if it doesn't go well the first time because I did all of these things and before I kind of ended up where I am now. And it also helped once I was watching YouTube videos and I was like watching these decluttering videos and I'm like, that seems fun and I could actually do that and really help people. So actually, oh my goodness, did I tell this story on here already? I actually started because my sister was like, you should do, actually, I feel bad because she was like, we should do a YouTube channel where we go and help people declutter for free and just post a video of it. I've seen people do that for other types of things. And I was like, you know what? I can do that where I am right now. And I think I only ended up with like 8 videos. I kind of ran out of people to volunteer to do that. But I also haven't continued to post and ask people if they wanted me to help them with it. So maybe I'll start that back up again. Or I might just do it once I move. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, so that was a great idea from my sister. So I appreciate that. But then it kind of turned into me doing videos about decluttering rather than just always with other people. But the more you make videos and watch videos and learn how to edit videos and you start to get a style, it's like each video is an improvement, not necessarily in the views, but in that repetition where you are either getting faster or you're able to put in a better edit or try a different style or adjust your thumbnail to be more recognizable or to be more attention getting or to convey your message a little more deeply or clearly and better titles. And so in the beginning, all of this can be kind of overwhelming, but as you go along, it starts to get easier and you get systems in place. Like I have a great way to keep track of my ideas as they come in. And then I know about when and how to record them and then, immediately edit them if possible and how to like store them or delete old videos. So it can be really fun and rewarding, but it can also be frustrating and I gave up a few times. Also, last year around this time, there kept being a lot of videos made about it's not too late and start a YouTube channel in 2024. And so there are probably going to be videos about that now. Maybe I should title this one just like start a YouTube channel in 2025. Here's what I would do. I wanted to believe it's not too late. And I mean, I believed enough that it's not too late because I did start it and put in that time and effort, but I still wasn't sure because I have believed in so many other things that did not work out. Like for my business account for photography on Instagram, which everyone used to be like, "Oh my goodness, like that's where it's at and that's where I get like most of my business." I have maybe gotten one photo session from Instagram, and that was a repeat client that I had already found in another way. And so I think I still only have like 200 followers on that Instagram account. And I've stopped putting effort into it because I'm like, this is a waste of time. And so I was really enjoying YouTube also and feeling more and more like bleh after being on Instagram, which I can feel that way after YouTube as well. But it's usually that I'm still getting a lot of good information from YouTube. It's just too much and too overwhelming. So I need to like go implement it and live a real life for a while. But Instagram, I did feel like bad about myself a lot for some reason. I don't know. I know people talk about that a lot, so I don't really want to harp on it. But especially because it's like I've come to terms with it and like have a good system for how I use Instagram now. But also, even my Facebook for my business, which I've had since 2019, has about 600 or less than 600 followers. And I do get a good bit of photography business from Facebook. But for years, I felt like, because even as an author, I was like trying to do social media to help grow an audience. Especially if you're trying to do traditional publishing, they pretty much want you to have a large following on some platform or email list. And I've been trying to grow all of that stuff. I have less than 500 people on my email list currently as well, which has also been something I've had for years and years, because I think I had it even, maybe in 2014. Wow. So 10 years now. That sounds really bad. I only have like less than 500. But it's also nice because I can still use the free version, so at least not paying for it. But still, I'm like, okay, 500, that's like a church congregation every week coming to me for this information email that I have. So that's pretty cool when you think of it that way. Because not all 500 people read it anyway, so it's like maybe like 200, 250 every week. Y'all will never guess what this is. Wait, could you see it on the cup? It's chocolate milk. I'm living in the desert and it's hot, and I made my own chocolate syrup one time and it was so good. I just made another batch, and I might have to send y'all the recipe. So, whenever it's warm and I just want something, that's nice. Okay. Basically, since I paid off my student loans, I like started my blog that same year. Didn't I? I'm pretty sure. And since then, I have been trying to like build an audience, find my people, and have an established business that I can rely on for some steady stream of income. So that's been a long time, like 10 or 11 years. Oh my goodness. Like that is extremely long time. And I feel like it's just now coming together finally through YouTube. Like what? But, I didn't get my nice cameras until 2018. I know you don't have to have that to start a YouTube channel, but for me, it was a motivating factor. And also, I finally got a nice camera that had a flip screen so I could see myself while I'm recording myself, which made a huge difference. So I think that's why I've stuck with it so much. So I'm not saying 100% guarantee YouTube is the way to go for you and for you to grow an audience and get monetized. I might even get monetized and still not make that much money. Like some people do, but not everyone can rely on that income. And I mean, I don't need to rely on it like to put food on the table. Like I do have a husband who has a job, and a pretty like stable job. He is planning on retiring early. So our income will decrease within the next 10 years. So it could be nice if my YouTube channel would be able to balance it out. But even if it doesn't, like, we're going to be okay. So that kind of takes the pressure off, but also makes it exciting and interesting to try and see. But I also don't want to be like super focused about it just being about the money. So we'll have to see how that goes. Also, like, he could totally have his own YouTube channel as well because he does woodworking. I think this is one he made. His grandfather made some too, but I think that's like his first project when he was in high school. I'm like, oh my goodness. So, anyway, that could be fun if I learned how to do it and then was able to help him do one as well. Are you interested in hearing this information? I do not know.
But I have one last story for you. And since I mentioned that I started YouTube as talking about marriage and stuff at one point previously, I wanted to share a story. So we recently had this event in our community where each family could take home one pumpkin. And it was near our neighborhood, so we walked there. And I was like, I just want a really small one because they're so cute. And I remember it last year. And then we got there and I saw this beautiful pumpkin. And it's not small. And so I was like, there were very few of them that were this color. You might think this is ugly as anything, but this is almost like a reddish color. And I just think that's so unique. And of course, I just love everything unique, just about. So I picked that one. I sat on a bench with it, like waiting, because I'm like, we were trying to enjoy it was kind of a festival, so we were trying to enjoy that too, but I'm like, we're not carrying this around the whole time. And so I kept saying, like, it's okay, I can trade it for a smaller one if you want me to. And he was like, no, it's fine. And then the whole like mile that he was carrying it home, he's like, you tricked me, I can't believe this, whatever. Very good natured. He did carry it, obviously. So, I mean, I could have carried it myself. I carried all the other stuff. So, my backpack with our water bottles and whatever else we brought. But anyway, so then he gets home and I overhear him telling his mom, and I could hear her laughing through the phone. So, I was like, okay, good. She doesn't hate me. She's not mad at me. She knows what it's like. Also, look at these cute little pumpkins that I painted based on a tutorial from Emma LaFave. She's so awesome. I can link to that. Of course, I didn't do these perfectly, and this is on the back of my watercolor paper. That is more flat rather than the, like, this is the side that has texture to it. So that's what I did. And then I did a gourd because someone commented on her video that it would work for those probably. And then I was like, I guess kind of, also kind of weird. So anyway, I could have also added more shading and stuff, obviously. So if you want to continue following my journey and you also like learning different ways to simplify your life and make it more fun and beautiful, then I would love for you to subscribe. And thanks for watching. But, and it's hot because I have the windows open. I mean, not the windows open, but the blinds open. But I love the natural light coming through.
It's like a very different look than just an everyday look, but I also don't do a bunch of extreme looks. I have like very basic and then pretty much basic. Why am I talking about this so much? And then I have like Cruella or formal event makeup. So kind of like 3 stages of makeup. I'm rambling. But anyway, where was I going with all of this? Oh, but